When I look at them, they really seem to be like the pages of a children's book, albeit more mysterious. It's as though they had frames around the images.
In window A, on panel 1, we can see Louis Hébert sowing wheat. He was the very first Frenchman to settle in New France.
In panels 4 and 5, we can see a mother, because the artist believed that history didn't include enough mothers who did just as much as Champlain and all the others.
I'll jump to window B, panel 1. It features Jérôme Leroyer de la Dauversière.
He helped to found Montreal, a hospital and a religious congregation.
He's the one who chose Paul Chemédé de Maisonneuve, the co-founder of Montreal. And it was on his departure that he met Jeanne Mance, another co-founder of Montreal.
In panel 2, you can see both of them. Panel 3 features Marguerite Bourgeois, another great lady in our history.
She had a school built for white and native children.
And she's the mother of the king's daughters, the 770 young women who made the crossing and had a tremendous impact on demographics.
Panel 4 features Jeanne Mance.
Montreal survived somewhat thanks to her. In 1643, she gave back the money for construction of the Maisonneuve Hospital and returned to France to get resources to save the colony.
Panel 5 on window B depicts Marie Marguerite Diouville. She was the great-granddaughter of Pierre Boucher, the former governor of Trois-Rivières, who had a fiefdom in Cap de la Madeleine. We talk about him on the Origins cassette.
Her father was a discoverer of the New World. He did that with his uncle, the Sieur de la Vérendrye. She started a small business as a 28-year-old pregnant widow to pay her debts and raise her sons.
In 1737, she dedicated herself to helping and serving the poor.
In whom she saw Jesus. That's how she started the Sisters of Charity congregation in Montreal, which is known as the Grey Nuns.
Here's an anecdote. Religious men and or the population called them Grey Nuns out of contempt.
Those gentlemen were not happy that the ladies had taken over the hospital because Marguerite's late husband had smuggled alcohol through it. So they called them Grey Nuns as though they were grayed out with alcohol.
Window C on panel 1 depicts Jacques Cartier in Gaspé.
There's a teepee in the background because the artist wanted us to remember that the First Nation were here long before white people.
Panel 2 features François de Laval. He was Canada's first bishop, and he established a major seminary to train future priests.
We can also see Paul Vachon. He was the first priest in Cap de la Madeleine, and he created the confraternity of the Most Holy Rosary. We talk about him a lot on the Characters cassette.
In the facts and anecdotes that we learned, window D, panel 1, features Samuel de Champlain and Quebec's coat of arms. It must be said that it's the stained glass window the artist was most proud of.
Window E features panel depicting Louis Joliette, the Sieur de la Vérendrye, and Dollard des Ormeaux.
Oh, him? The man who threw a powder keg to defend himself, although it bounced back towards him and...
Panel 4 features Jeanne Lebert, who was North America's first recluse. Her remains are kept in the Notre-Dame de Bon Secours Chapel in Old Montreal.
And now the last stained glass window with the rose window from the Book of the Apocalypse.
The landsets are in the same style as those depicting Canada's patron saints and Christ's public life. The glass pieces are larger than the others. Slender characters are drawn with a few strokes,
but still with the same objective, evoking mysteries through the interplay of shapes and colors.
The various windows and panels represent the history of the Basilica. The other cassettes talk about it a lot.
So we're going to turn around and look all the way up into the root screen.
We're going to get up to find a better angle.